You're violating God's reverent word where it says we are not to sleep together, not to be together. Except we want to understand that word. The same question comes with business people. We want to invest in something. And you want to go. He says, should I invest in this? Should I do this? And should I put my money in this? And yet, if they're not a gracious giver or a giver, you're violating the reverence will of God. And so we look today, we're going to see this in the life of Joseph. When we look at Joseph's life, here is a guy who Joseph discovered, and yet he aligned his life, even though he did not know where he's going, he aligned his life to the revealed will of God, what God really wanted him to do. He didn't stray from it. He had lots of temptations. If you know the story of Joseph, you go home and you sit to 37th chapter and read 14 chapters, you'll discover a lot about Joseph's life and the things that he goes through. And so think about what is true as well. And so just kind of be a part of that. And so it makes it very clear. Now, right now, we're going to look at Genesis chapter 37. All right, not enough talking. Let's get into the story. In verse 2, it's an account of Jacob and his family. And this is what it says. It says, when Joseph was 17 years of old, he often tended his father's flock, and he worked with his half-brothers, his sons, and his father's wives. But Joseph reported to his father some of the bad things his brothers were doing. Jacob loved Joseph more than his other children because Joseph had been born to him in old age. Now, Joseph and Benjamin were both sons of Jacob, and they were both Jacob's his favorite wife. All right, Rachel. All right, she wasn't able to have children at her old age. She was 90, Sarah was, and then she gave birth to Joseph and Benjamin, who became Jacob's favorite. And he goes on, and so one day Jacob had a special gift made for Joseph, a coat of many colors. All right, but his brothers hated Joseph because his father loved him more than the rest of them. They couldn't say kind words